Hey everybody, welcome to another Robcast, Revenge of the Nerd podcast. I'm Rob Sacchetto. You're listening to my disembodied voice at the moment, and you are going to experience my very first portfolio review from our friends at Instagram. Here is, I'm going to start out with just showing you my Instagram, some of my Instagram stuff. To keep you busy while I yap a bit. Yes, this will be the first portfolio review I do, and I hope you guys dig it. The person I'm going to review today, their Instagram handle is icantfeelmyfeelings, and let's begin. Okay, so I haven't gone to the I won't go to the pages. Like, I might take a quick glance to see if you have enough content to do a proper review, but I'm not gonna really spend a lot of time looking at the content before I do these, because I want to do them as sight unseen as possible. Okay, I think that's the kind of the best way to do it. If that changes, I will kind of let you know. This person does sort of dark art, I guess, and has obviously been watching Netflix, The Night Stalker, just by looking at the initial drawings here. We've got Richard Ramirez. That's a pretty nice drawing there. That's pretty good. This actually looks like one of the investigators, if I'm not mistaken. If I am, we'll see. But from what I'm looking at right now, some pretty good stuff. You know, I'm going to say this. It reads very well, and what I mean by that is I can tell what I'm looking at. Yeah, we got some Thing-inspired stuff. I can tell what I'm looking at, you know, immediately. There's no guesswork at what I'm seeing, you know. So we're going through here. Like this looks like, it looks like we've got some nice pencil work there. That looks pretty good. Whoops, my apologies for that little slip. Okay, so this is my first one. So I did kind of a dry run yesterday, but there might be a few little snags here and there. That's a great drawing. Very nice. I can tell right away, and that's one of the hallmarks of, you know, a good illustration. I would, you know, if I'm going to critique this, I'm looking at it and I'm thinking to myself that you know, I think it needs a little more definition. You know, in the hair, I would kind of want to see a little more detail in the drapery, the clothing. You know, a little more attention to detail. Not. And by detail, I don't mean like small little lines and things. I mean detail in as much as how the drapery or any sort of clothing fits to the body, and how that works. Yeah, so that's one critique I would you know, say with this. Yeah, some pretty nice stuff here. That's a very nice drawing too. We've got, yeah, a nice skull, you know, fairly good attention to the actual look of a skull. I like these nice dry brush sort of, you know, I guess, well, they're lines, but they're sort of like, you know, they blend in well with the background, so that's a nice dry brush effect there. Kind of well done. I think that's very nice. Might benefit from maybe some other little color. I know this is like more of a monotone, you know, thing where you're using the same color to basically indicate everything in different tones. So I mean, that's fine. You know, but yeah, nice color work there. You see, he's using a cool color for the foreground, a warm color for the background. That makes it pop. Okay, that's a color theory. That's a color theory, you know, trope. So yeah, that you know, when you use warm colors in the front and cool colors in behind, you get the same effect, but obviously in reverse. You know, cool colors recede, so blues, blue-greens, you know, things in that spectrum, they make things recede. Warm colors come forward, they pop out. I'm gonna look at this. Obviously you know, a thing. The Thing, the movie The Thing sort of creature. Not too keen on this. I love the crab claws or the insect claws or whatever. I'm not digging that head too much. I think it would benefit from some reference. Using reference to actually draw a human head, and this thing should, you know, have been like, I have a feeling, and maybe, you know, maybe this individual will correct me, but I have a feeling that the head was actually drawn upside down, which, you know, you don't necessarily have to do. I think it was drawn upside down because it's slightly warped, and you know, that kind of gives it a problem. If you draw it right side up, you know, and then turn your paper, you know, your canvas over, you know, you'll have a better chance at actually drawing a head with better proportions. And I suspect that's what he did here. I find the proportions off, so that's a little tip. But I do like the color use. I like the background, foreground. I like the color use here. If you know, acrylic is being used here, I would just do the entire background first and the you know, foreground here, then put your colors on top. Do your drawing on top and your colors on top of that background, so you're not getting all these weird little, you know, here's some like you know, that was painted in, and this was painted in this area, so it kind of breaks it up, you know. Do the whole background first, then, you know, do your painting on top of this if you're using acrylic, because acrylic, you know, you can actually just put layers on top, and you know, you don't have to worry about your background. You know, putting in the background secondary background like that, you know, you're going to notice there's going to be some areas where it's not going to match the rest. So here's another little tip. This is a very nice drawing. This is very well done. Again, reads very well. Yeah, it looks like there was he probably referenced this too, which is I would imagine it looks as though it was, and I think that's great. You know what? I love this. This is great, and I'll tell you why. The background's really nice. I like the colors. I like the color use. I'm not a super fan of the glowing effect here. I would have actually, you know, made the lights that color, and then sort of you know, created a glow around after that sort of fades in more. I kind of look at these as more like, oh, it's the whole, that whole thing is like a giant light, rather than, you know, that being the glow. But, you know, that's a thing that happen, that will sort of become you know, when you work at things like that, you do troubleshooting and you do problem solving, and the more you do this kind of thing, the more you know, sort of get you know, you understand how that will work in a painting. A lot of times I look at stuff, people you know, will work in watercolor, or people will work in you know, gesso, or whatever the medium is. Getting a handle of your medium is like a huge thing. So but I'll tell you what I really love about this. That light on the edge of the lip of the mouth is brilliant, especially that there's so much form in this head. It is absolutely fantastic. Even here, you've got like a really subtle, you've got a really subtle glow sort of thing, or like a, you know, where the light is hitting it and it's creating that edge. that mouth edge is just brilliant. The sensitivity of the form, the gradation of the paint, the use of the paint, probably again dry brush there is really good. Let me just, I'm gonna put my camera down here and have it, yeah, so I don't wanna, because I don't want to make it move too much, so I'm gonna put it there. Yeah, so that's great. I like that. Let's see as we go. This one. Okay, so this one looks like a very small drawing. I can see his fingers there. Okay, so now the instinct to use the warm color, the warm colors out front here, and the cool colors in the background, fantastic, really well done. This again, I would maybe reference a little better, use a little more, have a little more sensitivity to the details. And again, the details, what I mean by the details is you know, how the flesh and the face sort of you know, surrounds the underlying bone and things like that. Now, I'm looking at this, and one of the biggest problems I find with many artists is, especially starting out, here's the edge of the canvas, and the horns are right flush, like obviously going past that. Now this is a huge no-no. This is a thing that can be easily rectified. What I would do, or what I would suggest, is actually draw a line, a pencil line, all around your canvas, and make sure, like an inch or what you know, whatever, obviously depending on the size of your thing. I say an inch because I'm usually, you know, talking about larger things like 11 by 17 or, you know, things like that. But I would put an edge all around, like a mat, like a, you know, just draw it in. You don't need a ruler or anything, just sort of draw a faint little line. So everything has to go inside that those dimensions. Now, I'm just going to say this because I know you're probably thinking like, oh, well, what if you want things to go outside? Well, there's nothing wrong with that, obviously, because the whole thing is going outside. But this kind of thing, it's like you're trying to fit it in, and it obviously is not good. You know, so yeah, you want to avoid that big time. You want to have everything, you don't want to create that tension. You don't want to try to squeeze your drawing in to fit the dimensions. That's a big, that will improve this drawing 1,000% right off the top. So other than that, yeah, like a little bit more attention to detail and a little bit, you know, this to me is literally a thing where, you know, if you do enough of this, you just get better at it because you get better at using your medium. And you know what? Maybe try pencil crayons. Pencil crayons, there's not, I know it sounds juvenile. I know, you know, when you say pencil crayons, it sounds kind of juvenile, I guess. People think, oh, pencil crayons, that's what kids use or whatever. But it's like, no, man, like, you know, you can use pencil crayon. And pencil crayon kind of will work like acrylic in certain situations. So, there. This is a really nice one. I like this. Again, like, the color use is great. You know, and I love that contrast of that head, that nice subtle warm color to bring that out. Yeah, this is very nice. Again, you know, maybe use a little more reference. Hey man, go online. That's you know, when I was a kid, man, you know, if you didn't have a book for reference, you were shit out of luck. You know. So if you didn't have like an animal book with skulls in it, and like you had to guess at what that would look like, or remember it from a show or something, now you've got the internet. You can find reference everywhere. So yeah, I would use reference to maybe, like, this is really good. you know, this is a pass, I would say, like in terms of like it being good, like it's well done. But again, like it would always benefit from reference, using reference that you can get on the internet anywhere, anytime, and it's awesome. Yeah. So there is that. Let's see some. Oh, these. You know what? These I noticed. These are very well done. I love the, you know, super contrast. You know, nice symbol there. Very clean. Again, he's using the color theory technique of, you know, warm color in the back, the cool colors on the face, and that's nice, almost silhouette effect. You know, I'm gonna go through later. You know, I will follow all you guys. Anyone who signs up, I will follow you on Instagram. Just follow me and subscribe to my YouTube channel where all these are, you know, going to be seen. And I will get to you. You know, oh, that's a photo. Yeah. So there's another one. There's another one. Same thing. Very nice. Very well done. Nice sensitivity to the face there. I don't know how big this is exactly, but yeah, it looks like he's doing a good job there. Yeah, nice. I like the skull. Very nice subtle washes on there. I don't know what he's using. I don't know what he's using on there. Maybe he says it somewhere, but in another drawing. But yeah, I like the. It looks like he's using almost watercolor washes or something there. So, or maybe just really thin acrylic. You know, there's any number of things, or ink. Who knows? Like, there's tons of ways to do that. But yeah, that looks really good. I like that. That's a nice study. Which I always recommend people draw from life. Do life drawings. Do like even the most banal, mundane things, and it will help you draw. Everything's connected, guys. Like, no matter what you do art-wise, it'll always help, you know, your drawing, or you know, even if you're doing sculpture or anything that you do, you know, decoupage, like anything that you do art-wise will help you, you know, draw better. This is, I don't know who that is. Okay, so the one thing I find that the one thing I really, you know, I don't like about this, and I'll tell you why, is that this almost looks like a hammer hitting him in the face. And the reason, like, again, you know, that kind of sounds funny, but like, this would need to be far more defined as far as what it is. I know it's a mic, you know, obviously you can tell when you look at it enough, you can tell that it's a mic. But yeah, I don't like that because it's cut off there and there, and yes, I do understand that this is, like, obviously, you know, cut off, but if there was some highlights in there or some detail in there that would indicate that is a mic, it kind of looks upon first glance like a hammer coming in from here, and, like, you know, you don't want that. You want, and that's what I mean by, you know, knowing what the thing is immediately, knowing what the artist is doing immediately. So yeah, and I would kind of, you know, maybe soften some of the, yeah, some of the brush strokes in here. It looks a little abrupt, and maybe, you know, define that ear a bit more. You know, I'm going into real details with some of these, but yeah, this is great. I like this. Nice 1-point perspective there. That's really cool. That looks very interesting. I dig that. I'm gonna put my camera down here again, and yeah, here we go. There. Hopefully that is. There. Hopefully that's good. Okay, so I'm gonna try to wrap it up soon. I'm just gonna check out a few other things. Yeah, that's great. That's very nice. Nice little. You know what? I think with this, I would add another. Even if it's not there in the photo, I would add another shoulder there to indicate that it's a complete person, because the hands here look kind of like, it looks kind of weird. It looks like this hand might not be hers. So making a little, maybe just a subtle line like this would really help that out. Maybe a little more tonal in there. But you know what? Other than that, it's very nicely done. I think the sensitivity is really great in there. I really hope that. And you know what? I'm gonna check this out, obviously, and make sure that all of the that you can see this well. I think you can. I hope so. I got a nice sideshow bob there with clown makeup. That's, you know what? That's really well done. Yeah, very nicely done. Very clean. Nice use of the medium, whatever that medium is. Oh, that's cool. Sideshow Bob and John Wayne Gacy makeup. That's great. Yeah, I love mashups, man. I love mashups like that. I mean, I did almost like all of the Simpsons as zombies, and like, I don't know, 133 different characters as zombies. So yeah, I love that kind of stuff. Yeah, great, nice pencil work, or what, ink, I guess. That very nice in there. Maybe check out Sam Keith, if you're not familiar with Sam Keith, the creator of Max, for some sort of seeing this effect done really well. This is very well done. I don't know if this is the whole, well, let's see here. I don't know if that's the whole thing. Oh, it's got some process there. You know what? Even this is great. Just that alone, without the sort of Cthulhu behind. I'm not a fan of the Cthulhu face here. Again, I think a bit more either reference or planning would help out there. So yeah, but. Yeah, and you know what? Very nice, very sensitive, very nice. The subtle folds in the fabric. That's really great. Yeah, some good stuff. So yeah, dude loves the serial killer stuff, which is great, man. That's very cool. Yeah, lots of clown things, man. You know what? It's really good, though. I love the idea the clown can get away with murder. Yeah. I love the concept. Hey man, maybe some T-shirts. That's some cool stuff. That looks really cool. I could see a lot of people digging that stuff. Yeah, this stuff not so much. I don't think that using the red, like, it's striking, but there's something missing. I think it's a little too rushed. I think if this was done a little more meticulously, it would benefit. That's okay. That kind of works. I like that. Again, this looks a little too sketchy. Yeah. And yeah, that's a nice sort of creepy skull thing, drawing. Cool. I'm having some difficulty with this here. As always, it's always, you know what, man? It's always technical stuff that I find that just sucks. Finding the perfect thing. Yeah, some pencil stuff there. The dude. I'm assuming this is older stuff. Maybe, I don't know. But like, I'm looking at this and like, yeah, you know what? I know exactly, like, the reference, like where this is from. Obviously, Stranger Things, 11, and but again, I find this a little like, there's some nice use of color here, but I don't think it's enough to pop. So yeah, this looks like Roy Steiger, or not Roy Steiger, dude from Twilight Zone. Can't remember his name. Yeah, that guy. that guy. Yeah, there's some nice stuff. I would just, I think, put more time into, like, I can see where this is going. It just looks a little rushed, and I would put maybe more time. And again, like, I don't know where the edges of this paper, where the edges are, but it might seem a bit tight. I don't know. I'm not sure, but like using that technique that I mentioned by just putting a border around before you get in will help. But yeah, he's using a lot of different techniques, and you know, some of them are very, you know, some of them he uses better than others, but obviously practice, man. Practice is obviously the way to, you know, do better work. You know, there's some nice, I guess that's ink. Not sure what kind of pens he's using, but that's not bad. That's a pretty good rendering. This is nice. You know, the highlights are good, but again, I would look much more. I would look much more if if he's using reference here from a photograph. I would really try to stick to that reference a lot more. Doing life drawing is one of the biggest awesome things in the universe. If you could ever do life drawings, man, that is brilliant. So if you have life, you know what, I know now because of COVID, thank you very much, life drawings are almost impossible to do, but you know, even if you have a girlfriend or boyfriend or someone who will pose for you, it doesn't have to be nude or anything, but just, you know, just drawing from life, like this, probably shotgun guy. I actually like this. I like the, you know, I don't think it works